Suffer me well. I heed and obey. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of Torment.
Отступаем.
I heed and obey.
Отступаем.
In time, all find pain.
Прошу
Madness
помощи.
and despair.
Будьте осторожны.
I heed and obey. Suffer me well. Madness and despair. Suffer your waters. Bow before the sword or die by it. The refuge of your prayers will be met with sword and truth. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. Suffer me well. I am faith. Those who fail to heed presage will fall upon the might of my power. Thus saith the Lord of Torment.
เว้ยก็ขี่ไล่ไปแรก2เลย
Madness and despair. The refuge of your prayers will be met with sword and truth.
Regeneration.
I do not serve gods who do not serve me. I heed and obey. In time, all find pain. Suffer me well. I heed and obey. Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. In time, all find pain. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey.
I see you.
Thus saith the Lord of Torment. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey. Those who fail to heed presage will fall upon the might of my power.
Light them up.
Madness and despair. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. Suffer me well. In time, all find pain. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. In time, all find pain. Suffer me well. I will drain the blood of your insolence and cast it upon the filth of the earth. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. Madness and despair. I heed and obey. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey. Madness and despair. Suffer me well.
Regeneration.
Madness and despair. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. I heed and obey. Madness and despair. I heed and obey. In time, all find pain. So beyond your match. and obey. Madness and despair. Bow before the sword or die. All is vanity. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey. Suffer me well. The refuge of your prayers will be met with sword and truth. I am a foe beyond your match.
No home run for you.
Thus saith the Lord of torment.
Don't run away.
Madness and despair. Suffer me well. In time, all find pain. Thus saith the Lord of torment. I am heed and obey. I will drain the blood from your sweat. Cast it upon the face of the earth. I do not serve gods who do not serve me. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Suffer me well. In time, all find pain. Suffer me well. Bow before the sword, die on a retreat. I heed and obey. Madness and despair fail. Suffer me well.
Ultimate Warrior.
In time, all find pain.
I'm just getting started.
Suffer me
I
well.
bet this shit look easy.
In time,
Regeneration.
thus saith the Lord of torment. Madness and despair. Suffer me well. I am failed. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Suffer me well. I heed and obey. All is vanity. Those who fail to eat presage will fall upon the light of my power. Suffer me well. Madness and despair. Thus saith the Lord of torment. In time, all find pain. Cast it upon the
Invisibility.
I will visit vengeance upon Soul and his followers.
ซ้ำมึงนั่นบ่ขี้ดัง บัก
I
กูขี้เอ้ย
heed and obey. In time, all find pain. I am faithful. Madness and despair. I do not serve gods who do not serve me. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Madness and despair. Suffer me well. I am bow before the sword. Die by it. Those who fail to heed presage will fall upon the might of my power.
Taste it!
I heed and obey. Madness and despair. I am saith the Lord of torment.
Regeneration.
Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of torment. I am fail. I heed and
Ultimate Warrior.
madness and despair.
Haste.
Ultimate warrior.
Soul has abandoned us. Look to the faith of suffering. I heed and obey. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. Thus saith the Lord of torment. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Madness and despair. Suffer me well. I am faithful. Get after monster. There's a foe beyond your match. I heed and obey.
Double tap.
All is vanity. Suffer me well. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of torment. I am failed. In time, all find pain. I will drain the blood of your excellence and cast it upon the filth of the earth. I heed and obey. Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Madness and despair. Suffer me well. Those who fail to be massage will fall upon the might of my power.
Homicidal!
All find pain. Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of torment.
Double damage.
Suffer me well. The refuge of your prayers will be met with sword and truth. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. Get empty monsters. Thus saith the Lord of torment.
Serial killer.
Is to suffer. Fulfill your purpose.
Double tap.
I heed and obey.
Ultimate warrior. Double tap.
Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey. Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Madness and despair. Suffer me well. Madness and despair. Retreat. I and cast it upon the filth of the earth. Thus saith the Lord of torment.
Illusion.
Those who fail to heed presage will fall upon the might of my power. Suffer me well. In time, all find pain. upon Soul and his followers. Suffer me well. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey.
Slay the light them up.
In
Double
time,
damage.
all find pain. Madness and despair. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. I heed and obey. The refuge of your prayers will be met with sword and will drain the blood of the earth.
Double tap. Nemesis.
Soul has abandoned us. Look to the faith of suffering. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. You face
Serial
all
killer.
I will drain the blood of your insolence and cast it upon the filth of the earth. Suffer me well. Madness and despair.
Monster.
All is vanity. Thus saith the Lord of Torment.
Invisibility.
Suffer me well. I heed and obey. Madness and despair. Suffer me well. Madness and despair. Suffer me well.
Ultimate warrior.
Madness and
Payback.
despair. I have failed. In time, all find pain. Madness and despair. Bow before the sword or die by it. Thus saith the Lord of Torment. Those who fly and presage fall upon the fight to fight them. Face of fire beyond your match. Retreat, the refuge of your prayers, with sword and
Double tap. Nemesis.
Soul has abandoned us. Look to the faith of suffering. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of Torment.
Illusion.
Suffer me well.
Regeneration.
I heed and obey. And despair. I heed and obey. Madness and despair. I heed and obey. Those who fail to heed presage will fall upon that fight to fight. Now I have
Who's on top now? Double tap.
Life's purpose is to suffer. Fulfill your purpose. Madness and
Ultimate
despair.
warrior.
I heed and obey.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Legendary. Double tap.
Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. Suffer me well.
Onslaught.
I heed and obey. Eyes of faith beyond your match. Train the insolence and cast it upon the filth of the earth. Suffer me
Serial killer.
I have failed.
You and I I gonna be
Lord of
real
torment.
good friends.
In time, all find pain. The refuge of your prayers, sword and truth.
Just getting
All
started.
is vanity.
Savage 6. Domination.
Well, allow me
Champion
to
of
return.
Newerth tap. Hat trick.
Madness and despair. Suffer me well. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Retreat. I am those who fail to heed presage. On the light of my power.
Nemesis.
Soul has abandoned us. Look to
Let's
the faith
have
of
a moment of
suffering.
silence for Zorgas.
Madness and despair. In time, all find pain. I heed
You and I are
and
gonna be
obey.
real good friends.
Thus saith the Lord of torment. Suffer me well. Madness and despair. I am Suffer me well. Thus saith the Lord of torment. Suffer me well. I heed and obey. Suffer me well. No retreat. Thus saith the Lord of torment.
Serial killer.
In time, all find pain. I am pain. I heed and obey. Thus saith the Lord of torment. The refuge
Ultimate warrior.
Well, allow me to retort.
Illusion.
all is vanity. In time, all find pain.
That's
Thus saith the Lord of torment.
Malingo, whatever his name is, that motherfucker's dead.
Madness and despair. In
Bloodbath.
time, all find pain.
Nemesis.
Madness and despair. Thus saith the Lord of torment. In time, all find pain. I heed and obey.
Double damage.
In time, all find pain. Thus saith the Lord of torment. I am fate. Retreat, drain the blood of my soul, and cast it on the
You and
filth of
I
the
are gonna
earth.
be real good friends.
I will visit vengeance upon Soul and his followers.